Welcome back to Troubleshooter. It's the record of the life. Midnight, when just arriving home after finishing a mission suppressing the crab mints in heavy rain. When exhausted, Bianca fell into a deep sleep. Alisa records her story in a blank space of the diary as usual. Last time we did deal with the crab mints, and this is from the Black Witch DLC. A petty argument with the landlord visiting her in the early morning and asking for a raise in monthly rent from next month. Personal valuation on the restaurant she visited in the afternoon on the account of Simon's reputation. What she has been through the course of her work and some fragmentary thoughts about it. Complaints and regrets about the daily occurrence of overtime work. New clues and evidence of the Ramjus whereabouts and the weekend appointment with Bianca. Alisa's memory of the day is recorded in a blank space of her diary. This must be all for today. Finishing recording the diary, she checks the remaining pages of the diary. There are 3 pages left. Making a decision to join Wolfgar, she started using a new diary, but just used it up in just a month. Guess we have 3 more things than I thought. She closes the diary and stares into the blank space for the title on the front cover. Should I leave it blank again? Every time Alisa uses up a diary, she would use a word representing her situation at the time as the title. However, the title of the diaries written during the trip with Bianca were left blank without being able to find a suitable title. Someday I should find a suitable title for it. In the end, Alisa still couldn't decide the title for the diary and just checked the starting date of the diary and wrote it on the corner of the front page. It's already been 4 years, no 5 years from then. So I guess we're going to have a flashback here. Flashback of Alisa. Thoughtful consideration 13 years ago. Scheduled withdrawal from this area, the winter ends. That's good. Your help, it's always appreciated. Well, I'm paid for it. Ilya Ivanov, commander of the 1st Reconnaissance Company, Karis Union Border Garrison. A year ago, he was tasked with combating rebels opposing this region. He then happened to meet Alisa, a 13-year-old girl holding a rifle, in the process of liberating the rebel-occupied town. If I haven't helped you then, I'd been used as a human shield as a child soldier or something worse. It would happen to me by now. And I'm the one that should be thankful. Wasn't I supposed to be shot right away? When I first spotted you, your gun was targeted at my forehead. Fortunately, I hesitated to pull the trigger. If I shot you and continued the operation, we'd have been wiped out. Ilya can't forget Alisa staring at him without being surprised at a gun being aimed at her. Can I go into the Karis Union as well? A person without the Karis Union citizenship cannot cross the border. I can cross it without being noticed. Sooner or later, you'll be caught by in the illegal immigrant inspection and be deported. That was misspelled. It's misspelled again. Or you will be exploited by someone else due to your status as an illegal immigrant. Like you in the past, exploited by rebels or as a child soldier. I understand. So, what's this reason you called me here? Speaking of enemy information, I have to say I gave you last time is all I could sneak into the village because of the Titan Guard. Oh, if ever well. Alisa. Yeah? Ilya couldn't speak. What exactly do you want to say? Don't tell me. Is it a hard to say farewell? Well, that's not exactly it. A farewell, actually, it's more of a pity than I thought. Thanks to you, I've been living a bit more comfortably than I'm used to be. See, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's totally fine. You were here to say goodbye to me, even though you could have withdrawn without a word. That's not what I'm trying to say, and I mean it. So would you please bear with me for a second? Okay, say it. Alisa, be my daughter. What in the world are you saying? Well, I'm going to adopt you. It would give you Karis Union citizenship. Let's live together. Adoption? You and me? Haha. Alyssa's laughter. Oh, sorry. I couldn't stand the laughter. Well, it sounded too funny. I'm thankful that you would take me in the Union, but why of all things is it adoption? One more thing. Aren't you a single? What are you going to do later? Oh, wait a sec, I see. Did you fabricate a document to let me enter the country without any problem, Alisa? I don't want to have a family with a light heart. So is it a fake adoption for real? But I think it'd be fine if you were my family. Alisa couldn't say another word, for Ilya's words were far too absurd. Although I'm a low-ranked nobleman serving as an officer, I'm still a nobleman, and I have some wealth from my late father. I've never been a father, so I don't know if I could do it right. You being my father, it's just terrible to think about. A relationship like now is just fine. Do as you please. I'd run away when I get the citizenship. Is that fine for you? There's nothing I can do for that. It's pretty common for people your age to run away from home. You and I never clicked with each other, you know that? There's nothing special about a family feud. We can solve that as well. You're really something. Serious was even more surprising considering how serious and sincere Ilya in every moment. Nobody will say leaving a child like me in the battlefield. I know, I've thought about that. But if I make such a decision, I'll suffer for my life. You don't have to decide right away. There's still time in the winter. Are you seriously going to accept me as family? Undeniable. Carrie, when she was 14. Are you exhausted already? What are you saying? I'm alright. How are you doing with Alfred? Well, so-so. Alyssa became family with Ilya. However, since Ilya is often on duty as field commander of the day, Ilya and Alyssa didn't have much time to spend together. Even when Ilya was not on duty as a field commander of the day, it was still not until evening, until Ilya's work and Alyssa's school hours, they could spend more time with each other. I didn't force you to wake up. You needed to sleep more, did I? I woke up and dragged me out, and now you're asking me that? On the day Ilya returned home, he woke Alyssa early in the morning and ran along the bank path. That's kind of the teenager messed up of a nearby river to spend more time with her. Yawn. Due to excessive sleepiness, Alyssa stretched with a big yawn. Should we not do this next time? It's fine. Hey, why are you caring for me so much? If I feel like you can do this anymore, I'll say so. You do as you please. How are you going with your school life? Everything's alright. Would you like to go camping this weekend? Sorry, I have another appointment with my friend. With whom? You don't know her. What do you want to have for dinner? Nothing. Ilya kept asking trivial questions, and Alyssa answered shortly with annoyingness. Are you upset? No, I'm not. I'm really okay, so stop bothering me. Alright. Let's get a bet on who gets home first. Ilya runs out as he throws his suggestions. Ilya... The distance widens. Looking at Ilya's back, Alyssa's face is contorted due to dissatisfaction. No, you like betting too much. If you win, I'll grant you a wish. There's no way Ilya could be aware of Alyssa's facial expression. I don't want to do it, you dumbass. Alyssa's voice, full of irritation, resonates behind Ria's back? That should be Ilya's back, right? Ilya stops running in surprise. Alyssa? Surprised as Ilya's implicit feelings burst out in her space, Ilya stops running and approaches Alyssa. With her face full of irritation, Alyssa avoids Ilya's gaze and starts to walk along the way. I just did this for fun. Ilya wants to be as close to Alyssa as possible, however he couldn't figure out what made Alyssa that dissatisfied. Did she dislike betting? In the past, when they were in relationship with the commander and informant, he used to bet on the performance of Alyssa's reconnaissance mission, so this kind of reaction was unfamiliar to Ilya. Well, anyways, I guess I'd best make my apologies. I'm sorry, Alyssa. I'm sorry I made you feel uncomfortable. I'm really sorry. The woman pushes and sprint forward. Up to the front door. Runs out past baffled Ilya. Only a bright smile rides on her face. You? This is between Ilya and Alyssa widens in a flash. Cowardly little girl. But Lady understands the situation, chases Ilya with all her strength. If you lose, stop bothering me, you fool. Shouts a bright smile. Hey, I'm not going to lose. Their shouts resonate through the sky in the cold dawn. Familiarity. When she's 17. Ilya went to pick up Alisa after he got off early in work. Oh, you're pretty much a celebrity among friends. Ilya, who's waiting for Alisa around the front gate of the school, could not be surprised. There are many peers around her. It's quite natural for a person whose academic excellence, outstanding athletic ability, likable appearance, and thoughtful consideration for others at the same time. Alisa praises herself naturally without changing a single facial expression. You really have a cool cheek, but it's true. It's not easy for Alisa to get used to her new life for the last 3 years. However, Alisa treasured the opportunity she's been given. It's not long before she could see anymore as a child soldier or an informant. Ilya, will you go on summer vacation? I say around the last week of the month. Where are you going? Have you thought about it? No, I haven't. Then let's go camping. Camping? Ilya was reluctant to go camping as he's stationed outdoors in the recent border guard mission. Hey, Uncle, your daughter wants to go. Are you trying to be my daughter only at times like this? And what kind of father is called Uncle? Oh, look at you. You said you'd be responsible for the rest of your life and you're already complaining? Bond of friends or more. The result of Ilya being devoted to Alisa and Alisa trying to accept it for the past 3 years. Now they're able to approach each other more comfortable and candidly. Let's go to a little deserted, starry place. Looking at the calm night sky, I want to feel myself alone with nature, just like I was in the past. Alright, alright. How about pork barbecue and some beer for dinner? What? When camping, beer, canned chicken is a must. A story about figuring out the way to spend time together. A story that remains in the memory. Alisa, 20-year-old regret. So what time are we leaving tomorrow? 4:40. After this semester starts, when do you think you'll be home? I'd say about next vacation. Visit here if possible. That being said, are you not going to see your daughter for a long time? Undeniable. After high school graduation, Alisa enters the Karis Union Military Academy. Ilya bitterly opposed Alisa's choice, but Alisa was stubborn as a mule. Just thinking about living a long and healthy life. Make sure you take your meds every day and work hard on your rehabilitation. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Last winter, Ilya collapsed from sudden brain hemorrhage. He managed to save his life, but his lower body is paralyzed and he had no choice to remain. If you get healthy, I'll call you Dad, so cheer up. FYI, I'm not interested in the title anymore. Memories are painted over every time they are recalled. In particular, memories full of emotions like anger, sadness, regret come to mind. It's no longer a record of the past, becoming an emotion itself. Concern when she's 23. Graduation ceremony of the Karis Union Military Academy and the President's annual congratulations speech after the World War. Klaus. 1,000 cadets here will soon be commissioned as officers of the Karis Union Military. 4 years ago, you all could go to any school you wanted and you choose any job. But you chose a tougher path than anyone else and applied for noble duty. The path of defending and protecting the Karis Union. Due to the World War, the prestige of the military and the Karis Union changed a lot from the past. The Karis Union military is the world's strongest, both in name and reality. This year alone, the latest military androids will be introduced to the Army, and the latest fighter jets will be sent to the Air Force, and the Navy will have a new type of aircraft carrier. However, with all this, it still will not be enough for us to be called the world's strongest. That honorable title is only gainable and maintainable thanks to everyone here right now. With the words everyone, exclamations and cheers burst out in all directions. I hereby declare on behalf of all members of the Karis Union, everyone, thank you for choosing this path. We will not forget this peace we are enjoying right now as a precious gift from you. Most cadets were young men raised in the Karis Union on the victorious side of the war. The President's congratulatory speech instills the greatest pride in their hearts. Wow, he's really good at saying things like that as if it's not a big deal. Alisa had to live as a rebel child soldier and informant of a border garrison. For her, it's always been a life where the choice for survival is the utmost priority. There's an order issued, soldiers must accomplish their duties even if they happen to take other people's lives. To survive, Alisa stood guard with a machine gun handed over by the rebels. To get support from the border garrison, she had to take risks claiming to be an informant. So I was right. Ilya was a total weirdo. Alisa intended to become an officer after graduation. This is because she managed to be commissioned. She became independent economically, and above all, she did not want to burden the retired Ilya. Although Alisa had always been nominated for outstanding cadet through her 4 years of academy lights, the president's congratulatory speech meant nothing to her. Rather, it just made her wonder whether the path she truly to go was the right one. Considering that Ilya is in such bad state, should I take another job and spend more time with him? The moment of parting is a step earlier than expected. Sir Ilya would be glad here for the last moment. I truly hope so. I knew you took a lot of trouble. You did a great job. Shortly after Alisa was commissioned as a lieutenant, Ilya passed out due to illness. In front of Alisa, came to hurry after hearing the news. He fell into unconscious lying in his bed. Thank you for your support. Alisa was a new officer just commissioned as a lieutenant, so she could not stay with Ilya so often. But when she was free to work, she'd stand by her side, even though she could not open his eyes. Just beside the unconscious Ilya, Alisa reminisces her memories with him, tells him what she's been going through while holding his hand, trying to maximize the time they spent together. A year passed like this, and after giving a lot of thought, Alisa accepts the medical team's suggestion and decides to stop Ilya's life-saving treatment, taking him off his respirator. It's been 10 years since I met you. I think you've changed a lot in the meantime. Your hometown has become mine. A place to go back, I call this place my home. The time spent with you I feel is very short, but in speaking of memories, there seems to be much more than I thought. Thank you. I had a great time being a family with you. Without you, I'd never experienced anything like this. Even in this situation, it's still awkward to call you Dad. Why couldn't you live longer so I could do it naturally? Sorry for being such a silly daughter. While hosting Ilya's funeral, Alisa realized that she had few relatives or acquaintances. Participants in the funeral were Alisa's friends back in school days, military academy mates, and a few acquaintances living in the neighborhood. Most of the people had a relationship with Alisa rather than Ilya. Ilya might be the one who needed family more than anyone else. Alfred, yes. Can you do me a favor? Just say the word. With the money made from winding up Ilya's remaining estate, Alisa offers an amount of retirement pay and a small house for Alfred for being devoted to Ilya and her for a long time. Not long after the family affairs are sorted out, Alisa finishes a short military service around a year. Wow, that's a short bout of military service, and retires. The dead of night, tired body, finished diary, and pouring rain. Small reasons gather one by one to recall memories of the forgotten past. Bianca's toss and turn broke the silence of the studio. Bye, were you tired to death, weren't you? I better sleep for tomorrow. Opening the door, Alisa finds out Bianca is not sleeping as well. Is tossing and turning fully awake with only her eyes closed. She must have a lot on her mind, too. You can't sleep? Something on your mind? No. How about a beer? Sharing joys and worries, taking a step closer at first, and being honest. Alright. That's the love my dad showed me, and the way I treat my precious people. Okay. Oh, new mission. Golden Hand River Park. Level 52. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop the video for now. It's been a while since I've done a troubleshooter video. It's been really nice to see the new content. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day.